Welcome back to the Cyber Strategix Beginner's Full Course. This is Module 2, and we're stepping into the mind of the attacker. To defend yourself, you first have to understand how the other side actually operates. So let's break down how hackers really attack, in plain English. Here's the guiding idea for this module. The best defenders think like attackers. Once you understand the attacker's goals and their playbook, their tricks stop being scary surprises and start looking obvious. You'll see the phishing email for what it is, and the fake login page too. Let's learn the pattern. Here's the plan. What attackers actually want. The attack chain. How an attack unfolds from start to finish. The main techniques they use. And how you break that chain to stop an attack cold. Let's go. Start with motive. The vast majority of attacks are about money, through fraud, ransomware, or selling what they steal. Some are after your data specifically, to sell it or leak it. And often they want access itself, control of your accounts or devices, which they can then turn into money. Understand the motive, and the methods make sense. Attacks tend to follow a chain. First, reconnaissance. The attacker studies the target, gathering names, emails, and weak spots. Second, they get in, usually by tricking someone with phishing or by exploiting an unpatched flaw. Third, they spread, moving across systems and gaining more privilege. And fourth, they act on their goal, stealing data, encrypting files for ransom, or spying. The key insight: break the chain at any stage, and the whole attack fails. If there's one technique to know, it's phishing. A phishing attack is a fake message, an email, a text, or a direct message, crafted to trick you into clicking a malicious link, opening an infected attachment, or typing your password into a fake page. It's the single most common way attackers get in, because it targets people rather than machines. And unpatched humans are the easiest lock to pick. We'll go deep on spotting it later in the course. Phishing is one form of a bigger idea: social engineering, which means hacking people instead of computers. Attackers use pretexting, inventing a believable story, like pretending to be IT support, baiting, dangling something tempting, like a free download. And they lean hard on urgency and authority, rushing you, or pretending to be your boss or your bank. The goal is always to switch off your thinking and trigger a reaction. Once they're in, attackers deliver a payload: malware, short for malicious software. Ransomware locks up your files and demands payment. Spyware and info stealers quietly harvest your passwords, cookies, and data. And Trojans are malware disguised as something useful to get you to install it. Different tools, same aim: to steal, control, or extort. We'll cover the full malware zoo in a later module. Not every attack needs a click. Attackers also crack or reuse passwords stolen from other breaches. They exploit unpatched software flaws, holes that were never fixed. And they build fake look-alike websites to harvest logins. The common thread is that these all exploit a gap you can close: weak passwords, skipped updates, or a moment of inattention. Here's the empowering truth in all of this. Look back at every technique: phishing, social engineering, malware, weak passwords. Almost all of them depend on a person making a small mistake. That's actually great news. It means you are not helpless. Your awareness and your habits are the single strongest defense you have. So how do you break the chain? 3 moves handle most of it. Don't click blindly. Pause and verify unexpected links and requests. Patch and update, so there are no open holes to exploit. And use strong, unique passwords with multi-factor authentication, so a stolen password isn't enough. Each of these snaps a link in the attacker's chain, and a broken chain means a failed attack. Finally, train your radar. Here are the red flags that an attack is in progress: unexpected urgency or pressure, a link or attachment you weren't expecting, any request for a password or a one-time code, a sender or caller you can't actually verify, an offer that's too good to be true, and anything designed to rush you into acting now. Spot even one of these and slow down. That wraps Module 2. Remember, Attackers rely on catching you off guard. But now you know their goals, their chain, and their favorite techniques, so the surprise is gone. Know the playbook, and you'll see the attack coming from a mile away. That awareness is real security. That's Module 2. Subscribe and continue the course. In Module 3, we'll demystify networking, how the internet actually works, and how attacks map onto it. It's easier than you think. See you there.